And I'm not saying allegedly.
Oh.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston.
For years, Jay-Z has crafted his image like a luxury brand. Flawless, untouchable, dripping with billionaire elegance. From the gritty blocks of Marcy projects to champagne brunches with the world's elite. From rap battles on street corners to shaking hands inside the White House, his rise has been nothing short of legendary. Every move calculated, every detail polished. But lately, the shine is cracking. There's a cold wind cutting through the marble halls and velvet-draped parties. It's not coming from the outside. It's rising from deep within the empire itself. Beneath the mansions, beneath the perfect public image, the whispers have started. And those whispers are growing louder.
I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak-off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make up their...
We're talking about secret gatherings hidden far from flashing cameras. Not velvet ropes and champagne for show. These are whispered about nights that never hit the tabloids. Nights that, according to rumor, made bodyguards walk away and left insiders speaking only in careful hints. Industry whispers say Jay-Z didn't just attend, he hosted, and not alone. The name Sean Diddy Combs surfaces again, tied to evenings of indulgence and control. Guests were allegedly stripped of phones, bound by NDAs, and told to leave their morals at the door. One ex-security contractor claims he saw limos glide in without a sound, dropping passengers at side gates that opened to elevators, not to the living room, but down into red-lit basements. Rules dissolved there. Consent blurred. It wasn't just partying. It was power, surveillance, and silence.
The stuff that's happening to Wendy Williams, you think this is all connection to?
Of course.
For years, all eyes were on Diddy. He was loud, flashy, reckless, a storm in the spotlight. Jay-Z, meanwhile, stayed in the shadows, calm, composed, untouchable. As Diddy's legal troubles grew, human trafficking, coercion, and even darker accusations, Jay-Z seemed immune. No subpoenas, no scandal, just smiling alongside Beyoncé at Disney premieres. But the armor is cracking. His name now appears in an amended federal lawsuit, accused of unthinkable acts at an MTV afterparty in 2000, right beside Diddy. And just like that, the image of the innocent bystander begins to fade.
Oh, I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever.
This is where the shadows grow darker. Behind red carpet smiles and polished boardroom deals, whispers speak of ritual-like acts, secret initiations, hidden cameras, and blackmail quietly gathered on high-profile guests. The sort of tales people laugh off as internet myths until indictments start falling. Was Jay-Z just another face in the crowd, or the one holding the keys to the mansion's back door? Insiders claim these parties were more than celebrations. They were chess games, where influence traded hands and secrets became currency. And the most dangerous currency wasn't money, it was footage. Diddy's empire is crumbling under decades of skeletons, raids, lawsuits, and surveillance. Yet Jay-Z, present at those parties, still stands untouched. Some say Beyoncé's flawless media strategy helped shield him. But one man is tearing the cover away, post by post. Punchline by punchline.
It's just competitive.
Competitiveness.
All right, so you and Diddy, you and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him.
Okay, damn. All right, I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Enter 50 Cent, the chaos agent, the disruptor, the last rapper you want turning your court date into a punchline. And this isn't harmless trolling. This is war. For months, 50 has been transforming his long-running rivalry with Jay-Z into a slow, calculated drip of exposé. In December, he took aim at Jay's appearance at the Mufasa premiere, posting and then deleting a sharp jab. Jay said they said I rapped a kid, everybody get dressed, we going to see Mufasa, lol. No subtlety, no playfulness, just a direct hit into the red zone, and he wasn't done.
We haven't seen the indictments yet. There's been some time lag. I suppose it will take some time to go through all the forensic,
50 Cent has dropped an AI video of Jay-Z and Diddy being hauled away in tuxedos. He's hyping his Netflix docuseries, Diddy Do It, like it's a ticking time bomb. And insiders say the footage he's sitting on doesn't just implicate Diddy. It points at Jay-Z too. Private jets, offshore events, surveillance shots, clips of familiar faces slipping through back entrances of compounds hosting events, later erased from the record. 50's no saint, he's played dirty before. But this time, it's not about revenge, it's about exposure. G-Unit sources say he's been stacking receipts for years, waiting for the day the public would ask, was Jay-Z actually in the room with Diddy? Not just allies, not just collaborators, but co-conspirators in an industry underworld too many are scared to name.
Jay-Z got his whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got it. The feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your whooped.
The most chilling detail? The alleged 2000 MTV after party where the lawsuit claims a young girl was given a drink, led to a room, and left shattered. Both Diddy and Jay-Z were there. The complaint paints a dark picture. A drink that made her dizzy, an NDA shoved into her hands, and a female celebrity silently watching from the corner. Jay-Z's lawyers have called the suit stupid, accusing the victim's attorney of blackmail. But when your name is tied to a man facing over 100 lawsuits and a federal trafficking case, denial doesn't erase suspicion. Jay-Z says he's being targeted for refusing to pay. Insiders whisper it's bigger than hush money. It's about what happens when the quiet ones at the top finally get pulled into the mud. Sources say Beyoncé's been preparing, working with crisis teams, guiding Blue Ivy, holding her husband's hand as the headlines close in. But the leaks keep coming.
To think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce.
Behind the scenes, whispers say Jay-Z wasn't just a guest at these industry gatherings, he helped plan them. Some, allegedly held at private estates in the Hamptons or Bear, were disguised as charity galas or after parties, but only a select few had the codes to locked stairways. Attendees claim that beneath one mansion, a second underground level hid panic rooms with soundproof walls and no security cameras. Others recall guest lists where names vanished within hours, erased like they were never there. You wouldn't know unless you were invited. And if you were, you'd better stay silent, because in this town, talking can cost you everything.
I don't think they are scared of him. I think they more so, they don't want him to embarrass their reputation and things that they've been known for. You understand?
So why is 50 Cent hitting this hard? Is it revenge? Business? Ego? Or does he know something the rest of us are only starting to see? That this rabbit hole doesn't end with Diddy. And Jay-Z might not be collateral at all. He might be the keystone. And if 50 really holds what he claims, footage, interviews, leaked documents, and if that evidence ever sees daylight, then the throne Jay-Z has been polishing for decades might not be standing on stone. It might be standing on sand, ready to crumble.
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see.
If even a fraction of the accusations against Jay-Z prove true, the impact won't just topple a billionaire. It could send shockwaves through the entire entertainment machine. Because when you start tugging at the thread of these alleged parties, you don't just find rappers. You find athletes, executives, foreign dignitaries, and A-list actors. The ones who've stayed spotless by design. 2 former event planners, speaking anonymously, claim guest lists included names no one would expect. Entire groups allegedly arrived under the radar, shielded by PR firms with deep ties to major news outlets. If that's true, this isn't just a scandal. It's an ecosystem. And Jay-Z, he might not have been a pawn in the game. He might have been the one moving the pieces.
Indictment, that's somewhat like a blackmail. He was blackmailing people to be in the freak-offs. So that's federal. That could be that's a federal charge. He can't blackmail people to say, yo, listen here, you did it once and you're gonna do it again. That ain't gonna make it with the government or nobody.
What unsettles people most isn't the alleged crime, it's the precision. These weren't spur-of-the-moment parties. They were orchestrated operations, security sweeps, NDA enforcers, silent servers, encrypted apps, and insiders trained to erase problems before sunrise. Multiple sources speak of a red room code, an alert system signaling when high-profile guests needed to be rerouted, shielded, or silenced. When federal agents tightened the net around Diddy, panic allegedly rippled through other circles. A retired stylist, once tied to Roc Nation clients, says she saw phones wiped, files scrubbed, and surveillance feeds pulled the moment Diddy's homes were raided. That kind of fear isn't just about guilt. It's about knowing someone else might start talking. And where was Beyoncé through all of this? Front row at the Mufasa premiere, eyes on Blue Ivy. Her smile polished to perfection. But inside the Carter's mansion, insiders say the mood is far from picture perfect. A source close to a Los Angeles crisis PR firm, reportedly the same team that handled Solange's infamous elevator incident, claims they're now running 24/7 damage control, strategy, narrative shaping, targeted leaks, legal shielding. But here's the twist. Another insider says tension is simmering beneath the platinum gloss. That Beyoncé, while standing by her husband in public, is seething in private, angry about the risk to their children, furious at being dragged into a scandal that isn't hers, and even more furious that it may be far from over. Whispers inside the circle say Beyoncé has a backup plan. A former tour producer from her Renaissance era claims she's too strategic not to. Rumors, unconfirmed but persistent, suggest she's quietly moved assets into private trusts, separated business ventures, and that Hollywood divorce lawyers are quietly preparing files for a mystery A-list client. It may not mean a split, but it signals a shift. And when the Queen starts building a lifeboat, the ship may already be taking on water. While Jay-Z clings to his empire with statements and legal filings, 50 Cent is torching it in public. Deleted posts, cryptic memes, jabs at Mufasa and the Super Bowl, shaping the story in real time. Now comes his Netflix project, Diddy Do It. Producers promise it won't be playful. It's raw, time-stamped, and damning, backed by files, footage, and testimony. What stunned investigators wasn't the volume, it was the precision. Seized hard drives, according to multiple sources, held cataloged surveillance footage from parties. Each file time-stamped, sorted by room, and tied to names. Some clips were cross-checked with private jet logs and guest lists. In that encrypted maze, many believe lies the true risk for figures far beyond Diddy. Whispers say Jay-Z's name might appear, perhaps as an organizer, a guest of interest, or linked to a silent holding company that bankrolled venues. No proof yet, but the silence from federal spokespeople fuels the fire. Leaks hint that agents are prioritizing files tied to high-value individuals, political players, global power brokers, billion-dollar brands. Quiet subpoenas have gone out to firms handling event logistics, catering, security. The suspicion? These were random celebrity parties, but engineered environments for leverage. And if so, Jay-Z's empire may already be feeling the tremors. The question won't die. Why now? Why is 50 Cent pushing this so hard, so publicly? Sure, there's history, but some say it cuts deeper. One insider claims 50 found material that rewired how he saw the industry. This isn't revenge, it's revelation. He sees himself as the last man standing, unafraid of the spotlight. That's what makes him dangerous. While others hide behind lawyers, 50 is out in the open, laughing, saying what no one else dares. He's not after a settlement. He wants exposure. So what happens if the leaks hit? If the doc lands with footage, names, and dates linking Diddy's crimes to Jay-Z's alleged role? And what if it stretches past rappers into producers, streaming giants, and political players? This isn't tabloid drama. It's about how deep the rot runs. If 50's not bluffing, it's about to burn in the sun. Which brings us back to where it started. Those parties, those basements, those soundproof rooms beneath glass mansions guarded by silence and contracts. If even one allegation from those spaces is proven, it won't stay in one courtroom. It'll rock the entire industry. Many believe some stayed on top, not through talent, but by knowing what others did when no one was watching. Now, someone's watching. Is 50 Cent about to detonate the most explosive secret in modern music history? Could Jay-Z, the man who called himself not a businessman, but a businessman, be facing the end of his empire? And if the gates open, who else get pulled down? What's hiding behind the velvet curtains of Hollywood's elite? Is this the unraveling of the Carter dynasty, or just another move in a decades-long feud? Drop your thoughts below. Stay curious, stay alert, and stay out of the red room.